Hey, had a little bit clunky intro to this video, so I'm just starting this little lead in here so it makes a little bit more sense. Just kind of detailing what I did with the generator off camera, and you'll see all of that. It'll all make sense, and you'll see some good progress. Sorry about the bumpy start. Here goes. Okay, here's a quick little bit of footage. We may not have. I'm not sure where I'm going to fit this in, but this is what I've done. Well, when after I turned the camera off, and I'm kind of sad that I didn't show this. But what I did is I did get the valve, which is still quite toasty, off of the generator, and so what I did, I'd put some PB Blaster on here, but I was like, man, this thing should come off pretty easy. So owing to the fact that sometimes gasoline can gum things up, applied a little heat with a torch, and then it came loose like super easy. So it was definitely varnish that was holding together and nothing else other than that. So a little bit of heat did make a difference. You can see that this rod is it's got a lot of shine on it, so it's obviously been spinning inside of a lot of carbon buildup, because the carbon would be pressing on it and polishing it, giving you that shiny appearance. So, ooh, jeez, that's still hot, still hot. So anyway, we're gonna clean off this this rod here, and I can't get into the carbon here because it's quite built up. Everything else is coming together nicely. This is the generator, and these generators are stainless steel, and they clean up super easy. They are designed for long use and abuse, and it does not take much to make one of these things look like it's absolutely brand new. And I've found that actually the more you use them, it seems like the cleaner they get. So this one was looking really pretty rusty not too long ago, and a little bit of time with some 4/0 wool, and it's starting to look like factory new again. Just down here it's just a little bit dry looking, but with a little bit more polish on that will work. What I have here is a stuck spring that's inside of this, which is not surprising considering how much carbon buildup was on that rod. So what we're going to do, I've got vinegar in here, and this was actually white vinegar, but I cleaned some parts in there that had copper on them, and as a result I ended up leaching out some copper. Not so great. So what it has a tendency to do now is it has a tendency to kind of plate copper onto stuff. So that's why we're looking at that color there. But what I'm going to do is to unstick this generator rather than using the heat and quench method, which sometimes, well, it does work. But what I'm going to do is that I'm going to top this up with vinegar, and then I'm going to drop this this rod in there, and if I'm smart, I'll put a piece of wire through this, so that way I can actually get it out of here, because otherwise it will be almost impossible to get that get it out. So I'm gonna just do that, and I'm just gonna bend this up, and then I'm gonna stick this thing right in there and just let it sit. And so the thing is what's inside of here, and the bottom, you can see there's rock salt down there. And actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little kink on this so it'll be suspended and not sitting in the salt. I just need to top it up with a little bit of vinegar. But what the rock salt does is that it impedes, oh man, I read it somewhere, but it impedes the iron transfer. I'll probably put it in the description exactly what it does, but it keeps the vinegar from attacking good metal and keeps it more focused, or it attacks good metal less and keeps it more focused on the rust and the corrosion. So that's what we're hoping to do here, is that we'll let this sit in here for a couple of days, and hopefully that spring will come right out. And that's what I've heard. It works pretty well to do that. So yeah, that is where we're at with that. So it's lots of good progress on that front. We'll continue to clean up our parts as we go here. This thing retains a surprising amount of heat. It's still quite warm, but yeah, so that's how you get those loose. A little bit of heat does a good job. I tried applying a little bit of heat to this, but I think this just needs time. And then I've gone ahead and I've lubricated every screw that I can find in here, so that way we can take the whole thing apart and get it cleaned up and looking good again. But that is it. So that is the quick and dirty one here. We're still working on it. We'll be working on several installments to come. And stay tuned, man, because this is going to be fun. This is going to be 50,000 BTUs of raw power, and that's enough to do a crawfish boil on. So yeah, I may end up bringing this out to a crawfish boil one time just for the heck of it, because I don't know, it's just fun, right? So if you can't have fun, what can you have? So anyway, until next time, keep them lit.